LeBron Raymone James is the most complete basketball player that has ever lived. This man is the NBA's all-time leading scorer and ranks 4th all-time in assists behind pure point guards. LeBron is a 4-time NBA champion, 4-time MVP, 19-time All-Star, and a member of the NBA's 75th anniversary team, among many other achievements. He is going to be the first player to ever record 40,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, and 10,000 assists in a career. And he's still going. It's crazy how no one has done this video idea before, but hey, leave it to the Hoopers only to bring you 4 stories that prove LeBron James is not human. Number 4, Cooked Hibachi. If you're a Hooper, you probably know who Gilbert Arenas is. Agent Zero was him before the injuries, but this story right here is about the time LeBron messed him up so bad, he had to go get mental help from a Black Ops guy. It was Game 6 of the 2006 NBA playoffs, and the 4th-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers were looking to close the series out in Washington against the 5th-seeded Wizards. With time running out in the 4th quarter, Gilbert Arenas hit a 30-footer to send the game to overtime. Overtime is close and tight like regulation, and Gil's at the line with an opportunity to close out the game and force a Game 7. He had just made 10 out of 10 free throws the game before and hit a 30-footer to get into overtime, so you could imagine how confident he was feeling. Gil's always confident, right? According to Gil, his mindset was, we're up 1, I'm about to hit these 2, this is easy. He misses the first one. How the hell did I miss that? He asked himself. No big deal, right? Just hit the second and force a bad shot. LeBron had other plans. Right before Gil's second free throw, Bron walks over to him, taps his chest while telling him something, and walks away. On Club Shay Shay, Gil told Unc that LeBron said, if you miss this free throw, you know who's gonna win it. For 1 second, I became human and thought about it. What makes it worse is we used to gamble at LeBron's house. Me, Damon Jones, LeBron, and Larry Hughes. This was our group. Damon Jones was horrible at cards and owed me money. Anytime we played the Cavs, I used to yell, the landlord's here, the landlord needs his rent money. Anytime he came to town, that's all I yelled. I told the coach it was going to be 1-4 flat every time he was guarding me because he owes me money. Until he pays me my money 1-4 flat. He stops playing and doesn't even play in Game 6. So when he whispered, everyone thought he was telling me about himself, but him and I knew he was talking about Damon Jones. It had me thinking about it. I missed the second one, and I'm sitting here like, what the hell just happened? Where did I go? I don't mind clutch free throws. I look over and see Damon Jones stretching and was like, they're really going to put him in? They really put the man in, and the fact that LeBron even passed him the ball made it even worse. Sure enough, Bron got the ball to Damon Jones and this happened. Gilbert Arenas stated, who does that? This made me go get mental training that summer because this didn't just happen. You didn't tell me this man was going to come in and get the ball like he hit 5 straight threes. I need to go get some help because I don't want to be the next Nick Anderson out here. Damn, bro. Just imagine your boy makes you miss the potential game-winning free throw just for telling you y'all other boy who hadn't played all game was going to make the game winner, and it all happened. To make it even worse, you feel obligated to go get mental help because the whole situation traumatized you. Number 3. The King's Palace. We all know Detroit for the Malice at the Palace in 2004, where you had guys getting rocked like this. 3 years later in 2007, a 22-year-old LeBron James was almost responsible for a Malice at the Palace Part 2 with the way he whooped them. On May 31st, 2007, the 2nd-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers were set to battle the 1st-seeded Detroit Pistons during the Eastern Conference Finals. The whole game had been close with the Cavs leading 79-78 halfway through the 4th quarter and LeBron having a modest 19 points. Then something clicked. In the midst of all the tension and chaos in the Palace of Auburn Hills, LeBron told himself that he was the leader and could not allow his team to fail. After hitting this 17-footer, Bron blacked out. He had people moving out the way when he went to the lane. He was relentlessly attacking the hoops, pulling up over defenders, and hitting moves into jumpers with their hands in his grill. He forced overtime with a driving dunk with 9 seconds remaining and finished the game off in double overtime with a driving layup with 2 seconds left. The Cavs would go up 3-2 after this game and go on to win Game 6 at home. During this legendary run, the Kings scored 29 of Cleveland's 30 points in 16 minutes of game time, including their final 25 points on 11 of 13 shooting from the field. He ended the game with 48 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists, shooting 54.5% from the field and 67.7% from 3. This man could not be stopped. After the game, Chauncey Billups said, "We threw everything we had at him. We just couldn't stop him." Chauncey, you couldn't have been more right, my man. In an interview years later, LeBron said that at 22 years old, May 31st, 2007 was the day I had arrived. Man. Number 2. Boston.
In Boston.
It's no secret that LeBron hates Boston, and Boston hates LeBron. It seems like there's been smoke between the two since Bron got to the league. This one game in 2012, however, would be one of LeBron's most important games of his career. It was the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals, and the Big Three Miami Heat had dropped 3 games in a row to the Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, and Rajon Rondo Boston Celtics. With an elimination Game 6 in Boston approaching, LeBron James had everything to lose. He had prominent media members like Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless doubting if he could get the job done. He had been coined the Frozen One for his horrible performance in the 2011 NBA Finals that cost the Heat a ring. The year before that, in 2010, he had been accused by Cavaliers' owner, Dan Gilbert, for essentially being an unloyal, narcissistic coward that quit on them versus the Celtics during the second round. His words, not mine. To make it even worse, there were rumors going around that Pat Riley was going to blow up the Big Three if they couldn't get the job done. Simply put, the man's legacy was on the line. If he lost, it would have been unimaginable what the haters would have done to this man. With the pressure of the world on his shoulders and being on the brink of elimination, LeBron went into Game 6 as a man on a mission. He set the tone for his all-time performance with this dunk through the lane for his first points of the game. Bron started the game 8 for 8 and was hitting everything. Tough fadeaways, mid-range jumpers, step-back jades, finishing through traffic. This man could not be stopped. He had 30 points on 12 of 13 shooting in the first half. Mind you, he was averaging 31 points per game before Game 6. The second half was the same story. Bron was locked in and there was nothing the Celtics would do about it. He was doing them so bad, fans started leaving in the middle of the fourth and he had the C's looking defeated. The King would end the game with 45 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists, shooting 73.1% from the field. The Heat would go on to win Game 7 at home and beat the Thunder to become the 2012 NBA champs, giving LeBron his first ring and completing his redemption run. Say whatever you want about Bron, but don't forget to mention legendary. Number 1, Cleveland, this is for you. Real hoopers know that the Warriors-Cavs rivalry wouldn't have existed if it weren't for injuries and Kevin Durant making the weakest move ever made by a superstar. 2016 showed that. Once again, LeBron James had everything to lose during the 2016 NBA Finals. The Cavs had just lost the 2015 NBA Finals to the Warriors, and LeBron's Heat lost the year before that on 2014 to the Spurs. He also left Cleveland a couple years earlier on horrendous terms. Dan Gilbert put out a whole letter demonizing LeBron and basically called him an unloyal, narcissistic coward. People were literally catching this guy's jersey on fire. Like, come on, man. During his return rally in 2014, the hometown kid promised the city that he'd win them a championship. To make it even worse, LeBron was down 3-1 and on the brink of elimination against the 73-9 Warriors, who were arguably the greatest team of all time. This moment was either going to make or break LeBron's legacy, and everyone and they mama knew it. With his legacy on the line once again and the city of Cleveland on his back, the king did what kings do: fight. The next 3 games were arguably the greatest 3 games in a row any NBA player has ever played. Game 5 in Golden State was where the turn up began, as Bron had 41 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, and 3 blocks. He followed this up back in Cleveland for Game 6 with 41 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks. Y'all know the saying, it doesn't matter how you start, it matters how you finish? Well, the king made sure he finished the job in Game 7 back in Golden State. Here, LeBron had 27 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. In addition to the triple-double, he added 2 steals and 3 blocks. Speaking of blocks, we can't forget about the block. It's Game 7 in Golden State, and the score is tied 89-89 with a little under 2 minutes to go. After a Kyrie miss, Iggy gets the board, pushes the ball up a little, and gives it up to Curry. Curry gives it back to Iggy for the lay, and out of nowhere, LeBron boards him. Get that out of here, man. LeBron literally came out the cut and ran 88 feet in 5 seconds to get the clutchest block of all time to help secure the chip. In the last 3 games of the series, Bron averaged 36.3 points per game, 11.7 rebounds per game, and 9.9 assists per game, with 3 steals and 3 blocks, shooting 50% from the field, 42% from 3, and 73% from the lane. Mind you, he was averaging 24.8 points and around the same number of rebounds and assists in games 1-4, so he knocked up his scoring by 10 points. In those last 3 games, it seemed like this man could do no wrong. Bron was hitting threes and mid-range pulls while driving to the rim and finishing with authority. He also got his teammates involved and played all-time great defense with all his steals and blocks. This effort gave LeBron his 3rd NBA championship and Finals MVP, while allowing him to break the curse and deliver the city of Cleveland its first championship since 1964. Long live the king, man. Long live the king. Well, there it is, guys. 4 stories that prove LeBron James is not human. As I've gotten older, I have truly learned to appreciate the greatness of LeBron James on and off the basketball court. He's out here building schools, sending kids to college, and creating generational wealth. On the basketball court, he's arguably the greatest player of all time, and he is still cooking the league at almost 40 years old. Dang, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna miss this man when he retires. As always, thank you all for watching the video, and please hit that subscribe button and like button. We are working hard to get better and produce quality content for you guys, so we appreciate your support. With that, be easy, y'all. Peace.